Welcome to our daily update. It's Wednesday, the 22nd of May. And following on from the last few days' updates, where I've been telling you how to build relationships with estate agents to find the deals and how to use the portals and also look outside of the portals to find your next property investment deal. Now, what I'm going to deal with today is pricing. And this is absolutely crucial. So many people are saying to me, well, Ben, there are properties on the market in my target area that need refurbishment. However, the price they're asking is the end value once the property has been refurbished. Now, what I say to people is this: choose your target area, choose your target property. So let's say, for example, that we're looking at the area New Tredegar and we're looking at 2 or 3 bedroom terraced houses. Now, some of these properties may be on the market needing a full refurbishment at the price they would be worth if they had got the full refurbishment. And I believe there's several different factors that influence this. One of these factors is that vendors are being very demanding. For example, the typical kind of property that we buy will be a bereavement sale. So somebody, and not necessarily somebody from around this area, but somebody would have inherited that property. They've gone on and they've checked out the property sold prices via land registry data, and they're saying, well, a similar property sold for £100,000 18 months ago. That was the hangover of when we had that little blip after lockdown when everybody went crazy and people were spending ridiculous amounts of money on property. It was a great time to sell property, don't get me wrong, but not good if you were trying to buy, because the amount of money that people were spending was just bizarre. So the data and the comparables were quite warped for that particular point in time. So when somebody's looking at their property, they'll say, well, 18 months ago, a similar property sold for X amount. That's what I want for mine. Now, a good estate agent will stand firm and say, well, you should have sold yours 18 months ago because those times have gone. It's a different market at the moment, whereas a weak estate agent will turn around and say, okay, we'll try it at that level. That's no good, but that's what they do. So how do we find out which of these properties are available at a realistic price despite the over-induced asking price? Well, the simple answer is we've got to go through the motions. We've got to book an appointment to view the property. We've got to check for defects. We've got to appraise the property. We've got to cost the refurbishment. We've got to put the figures into our spreadsheet to make sure that it is a credible deal. Once we've done that, we know what our offer price will be. So there's no cost in making an offer on a property, even if it is substantially below the asking price. The worst thing that they can say is no. Somebody once told me many years ago, and it's something I still chuckle about now, if you're not mildly embarrassed when you're putting an offer forward, it means it's probably not low enough. Now, those words have rung true with me for many, many years. And whilst we're not trying to steal properties, we need to buy properties at a fair market value so we can make our prescribed margin. So my advice is disregard the asking price on these properties. Look at your target area. Look at the properties in that area that need refurbishment and match your criteria. Then book an appointment, view the property, check for defects, appraise it, complete your spreadsheet, and put your offer forward. It's more of a numbers game because you're going to have to kiss a lot of frogs to find that prince. But at the end of the day, there's no software or data out there that will tell you by looking at a property and its asking price what the vendor will accept. Only the vendor and sometimes the estate agent themselves know that. So you've got to go through the motion. So don't be scared. Don't look at properties and think, well, it's on for 120 and I'd only be able to offer about 100 if what I'm seeing is correct. Go and see it, appraise it, make the offer, even if it's 30% below what they're asking. Put that offer forward, because I guarantee you one thing: if you don't put an offer forward, you're not going to buy anything. Putting an offer forward and getting a no is a rejection, but you simply move on to the next property. So you've got to have tenacity. It's a numbers game. Keep moving forward. Get out there, see the properties, meet the estate agents, and don't forget this, a really helpful hint. A lot of people say to me, Ben, how do I build relationships with estate agents? Do I go to their offices? Well, the chances are they won't be in their offices. They'll be out in property. So whilst you're on a property viewing, you have a 15-minute window with that estate agent to build your relationship with them, to build rapport and conversation with them, to find like-minded subjects to talk about, and ultimately to convey to them what you are looking for. There's no better way to do it. So guys, get online, get looking, and get out there viewing properties.